think both runners are still waiting for something. Maybe they're discussing. Oh no, we actually see that there's a countdown happening, right? Yeah, there we go. The
We are
race is
off.
starting. Zhilkan versus Finnii. Finnii versus Zhilkan. I'm not sure where they exactly are from. Yesterday we raided Finnii after the races, and I heard some German on his stream, so I assume he might be from Germany. And Zhilkan, I have to admit, I have no clue where he is from. Zhilkan is from Spain. Wow, I love this match.
Alright, starting off the race here, of course, like I mentioned, Zhilkan is going to have the slight lead due to playing in Japanese, but I'm sure it'll be equalized soon enough here in the first section of the race. Hopefully a good lag skip from both players. Zhilkan is going to hit the trick, and Finnii's looking to match it, and there it is.
Finnii versus Zhilkan, Zhilkan versus Finnii. No Lucky 2 on the left side, no Lucky 2 on the right side. Are we gonna get that amazing trick now? Right into Dark World, yes or no? Oh,
No.
we see a door.
Oh, both double doors, alright.
The script is real. 2 doors, little reset if you want to say so. Let's try again. Are they gonna hit the trick or not?
Okay, Zhilkan, really awkward manipulation of his position. He's now gone into the courtyard. BBH is not in the 16-star route, and he's having some difficulties in the black room here. Meanwhile, Finnii is finally third time's the charm, so it is kind of interesting to see 2 mistakes. Alright, so Zhilkan needs to... Does he not know how to get out of the black room? He needs to kind of just jump back into the wall. It, like, auto-clips you in.
Oh no. Seems like Zhilkan does not know how to get back into the game. Or maybe he's just having some trouble doing it. While Finnii is just running through Dark World. I was about to say that this looked like a very clean Dark World. But I guess, yeah, there was a little bump there.
Fairly sure that wasn't a soft lock. I thought it was the same thing that you might do if this thing happened with the lobby doors. But it seems he's not able to get out here. This is something that I was not knowledgeable of. He just needs to reset his console at this point.
Finnii died in Dark Worlds and is now just standing in the level there, while Zhilkan is still having some trouble getting back. I think they are communicating now. Maybe both are gonna agree on a rematch or reset for this round 1, which is I'm just gonna say this. I think this is the scuffedest first round I've ever seen in this tournament so far.
Yeah, this is something new, and I do love new stuff. This has been an exciting race to commentate so far. I mean, already the both runners making 2 mistakes on the LBLJ. That's not something you see too often. This has been rather interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that we can assume that none of them are on PB pace anymore, nor on race PB pace anymore. For instance, Finnii is just sitting now on the level, and we can see on his cam that he is typing something in, I don't know if it's Discord chat or something. Yeah, probably I would say, you know, it might be a good idea to just erase this out of our memories, press the big reset button, and just, you know, say this never happened. Let's start over. This was round -1 or round 0. Let's press the reset button and start with the actual round 1. What do you say?
Yeah, that sounds like a good choice. Finnii performing some tech support. It is not, in fact, soft lock. Zhilkan was able to figure it out with the help of our other racer here, and we are going to be restarting for the actual race 1 here. And as mentioned in chat, this is great sportsmanship from both runners, of course. It's what you love to see here on the Cool Cat Gang.
Lovely to see, for sure. Sportsmanship, both runners being very friendly to each other, even though they will try to defeat their opponent, respective opponent in this match, which is now, I think, finally gonna start. Zhilkan versus Finnii, Finnii versus Zhilkan. 1534 PB versus 1459 Emulator Division 16 star Super Mario 64 in the booth dry and ready band. Let's see what's gonna happen. Both runners seem to be ready. Another countdown happened, and I think after the stream delays we will finally be able to see some Mario on the screen.
And hopefully the Mario is moving throughout more of the game than the first 2 minutes.
Hopefully. All right. Our Spanish speedrunner versus our German speedrunner, I believe. Not sure about that. But yeah. Now the race is starting. We see Peach on both sides. Japanese versus English as well. Some minor differences. Is all what I said gonna matter for the race? Not at all. The only thing that's gonna matter is pure mechanics and some minor RNG, hopefully. So we will see what's gonna happen. Lucky Tuna flying around. We see a little bit of sync action from our restreamer. And then let's see if both runners will be able to skip that little cloud. See now Mario on screen. I'm gonna assume that this is pretty much synced, so Zhilkan is a little bit ahead here.
Yeah, just due to those version differences. All right, Zhilkan going in for his LBLJ now. The angle is a lot better, and there we go, into the pillar, up the staircase, and successful first try LBLJ for both the runners. You love to see it. Here we go. We're off on the race for real this time.
Let's collect some coins. We already see one coin on the side of Zhilkan. Now getting that second one. Very, very clean so far. Finnii doing similar. Finnii, who died in the last race, will try now to do different. And yeah, let's see how long this is gonna take.
Finnii catching a slightly faster cycle than Zhilkan here. Just equalizing the time gap just a little bit, not too much, but we'll see what happens here. Perhaps a dancing Bowser on the side of Zhilkan. I do not know. But again, these runners, it's very, very tight, and as I mentioned, first and second seed, it's a very tight matchup skill-wise, and in 16 star, it's the really tiny things that are gonna kind of compound, or it's gonna be a small time difference throughout the entire race, for the most part, until the very end. And Finnii there, saving a lot of time, comparatively, on that Bowser throw. Just a straighter angle, and now the faster English text boxes are gonna give him the lead here.
Oh my god, that throw was beautiful by Finnii. It's gonna save some time, as you said, and now both runners with the first star and with the first key are ready to go to the next level. Right. Let's see if both runners are gonna be able to hit the next trick. I was wondering, like, what is the mindset of the runners going into this level, like the order of the stars? What do you want to do first?
Yeah, it's always a tough decision. It's generally a choice between Owlless and Cannonless here, especially with the introduction of Salt Cannonless, which I've seen very few people go for in these races. And Finnii's texture setup, he presses down in an awkward place, and now he's failed the Cannonless trick. Gonna have to go for the Wild Blue backup as Zhilkan into his first star and out of his first star of being Owlless.
Oh, Finnii noticeably angry. We can see him on the webcam, but yeah, he lost some time, but surely will still have a chance to get back into the race. Zhilkan did that Owlless and is now going to go for Cannonless, going for this texture setup here. Let's see if he hits it, and no! grabs the edge. But finally, both runners with their respective stars in their hands, and I think Finnii still has to go for has to do Owless. I think. Always like lose counts when I see races and both runners are in this level.
Alright, yeah, Finnii going up for the Owless here. Not very fast movement up towards the star, but his triple jump Owless works out. He is in the cage and has grabbed the star at this point. And, you know, he's not at a too big time deficit compared to Zhilkan, but it is that missed Canalist did a lot for him. And Zhilkan going to be moving into the basement just a little bit faster than Finnii here.
Basement for both. Very clean movement so far. Zhilkan a little bit ahead. We saw some missing frames by Finnii there. Maybe it's just his stream, but
yeah, he did mention that he was having a little bit of internet issues, but hopefully we're fine throughout the race.
And Pillarless. This is a moment in the race where we see some chokes from time to time. For instance, we see Zhilkan having some trouble here, going to the back of the pyramid while Finnii is right into it. And Zhilkan takes the death. So Finnii now finally ahead. Even though there was a minor choke doing Canaless in the previous part of this race, now Finnii is actually ahead and Zhilkan somehow has to catch up.
Yeah, Pillarless, I mean, if you just throw, and he's thrown the bomb away and sunk into the quicksand yet again. And I was saying, if you just mess up the bomb grab at the beginning and it's a small bomb, you throw it away and you go for different stars. It's not that big of a deal, but taking deaths here, and not just one, but two, that's major. And now he's lost the bomb, and this is kind of the way to fail Pillarless that you would prefer. I mean, he is just going to go for the top of the pyramid or a Talon Star. Yeah, the Talon Star backup makes more sense here. But yeah, Finnii's gonna be very much ahead of Zhilkan out of the stage here. I mean, 2 stars ahead. It's looking very grim for Zhilkan. But yeah, as mentioned in chat, there are some backup stars in Lethal Lava Land. If you're not feeling the Pillarless trick anymore, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem if this happens to you in a race is keeping your mental together and stay calm. But sometimes, you know, it's kind of a domino effect. You start choking 1 star and then it just happens over and over again and you don't know exactly what to do. It's just, you know, the moment. You're not feeling it anymore. But I hope Zhilkan will calm down and get his stuff together and come back and maybe have a chance to catch up to Finnii, who is just flying through Super Mario 64 at this point.
I was gonna say, meanwhile, really nice lava boost from Finnii there, and into the poleless movement towards the rest of the star. And Zhilkan's still a really sketchy Pillarless. He's finally up onto the pyramid though, but it's gonna be kind of tough getting this clip here. There it is. I mean, he's finally out of the stage, but, you know, Finnii's nearly out of Lethal Lava Land at this point. It is absolutely in the side of Finnii right now.
Yeah, we have to see some very big chokes from Finnii here in order for Zhilkan to have a chance to catch up. But you never know. We have seen some big comebacks in the past during these tournaments on CCG. So everything is possible. And for instance, we see a little mistake there by Finnii.
Finnii having a good laugh about that as well, yeah. I mean, he messed up the ground pound kill, and from there he fell into the lava, and the little elevator had time to come back all the way towards the bully platform, and just giving him a bit of a ride before his untimely death, I suppose.
10 stars for Finnii, 8 for Zhilkan. Finnii still clearly ahead.
Zhilkan's side hop is good first try, I love to see it.
Finnii going for a reds here, and I think Finnii is done. Yeah, there we go. Zhilkan now going into the Vulcan. Oh, Finnii missing the box.
And
Missing it a
again,
second time. I think at this point it is a good idea to just go for a backup, because I've noticed that when you miss the box one time, your camera gets a little bit messed up. But this is not a big deal for Finnii, who gets the star anyways. So, yeah, who cares?
yeah, I share the same opinion that after the first and even second try, it becomes really difficult to get that angle and timing lined up, but he did, and that's the kind of perseverance that we love to see in these races here. And Zhilkan did not go for that lava boost that we saw Finnii go for. Just a small time loss, of course, not very much in the grand scheme of the race, but it is something to note that perhaps he's not feeling as confident with the strat as Finnii was, and he kind of just wants to get through this race at the moment. He's not going for anything crazy to try to catch up through this lead.
Not at all. Just as we are crossing the 10-minute mark, Finnii now talking to Toads, has to collect one more star. And then the little rabbit is gonna spawn. Zhilkan also missing the box here. Missing it twice. The script is real. Both runners doing the same mistakes as in race 0. But Zhilkan getting now over the wall and now, you know, getting the star. Pretty nice.
Yeah, he got his issue figured out. And be grabbing his Toad star as well, but still has 2 more stars to grab in the Hazy Maze Cave. Meanwhile, Finnee's punch grab is good. That's a really clean trick, rather tight, just all the positioning throughout the entire bunny chase, but Mips is grabbed and he is ready to be clipped through the door.
Oh, but talking about doors, Finnii now going back into the stage. Finnii has to collect Mips now again and gonna try a second time to go through that door, hopefully with the rabbit. And yes, this time the rabbit is with Finnii, Mips, and Mario clipping through some doors. And now Finnii has to do a little bit of swimming here.
No chip clip from him. Of course, it's not a major time save at all. It's just kind of a little funny thing you can do if you want to optimize your time a little bit. And now Zhilkan with his 15th star, he's going to be entering the Mips chase, but again, it's going to be really tough for him to come back. Finnii with the front sub, though, this could be a bit of a point of trouble for him. It's going to be a tough trick sometimes, and there it is. Just a little bit misaligned with the point on the sub where he wants to be, and he's realigning himself. And from there, the backup is kind of hard to miss, but as long as you're familiar with it, that is.
Getting on top of that submarine and collecting star number 16. Now gonna go for that second Bowser and the second key before we can finally see some BLJs on the side for Finnii, while Zhilkan is now gonna swim around for a bit. Also not going for chip clip.
Alright, Finnee's pole glitch did not work out for him, unfortunately. That's gonna kind of kill his ultimate cycle that we saw him practicing earlier, and even now, a ledge grab early cycle is not possible. So he's gonna have to wait here, perhaps a 6 to 8 second time loss, not too much at all, especially given the context of the race. Nice calm left side at this point as well.
Yeah, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but of course Zhilkan is happy to see at least some minor mistakes on the side of Finnii. It's just what he needs in order to have a chance to come back into the race. But yeah, I think Finnii at this point has to miss a decent amount of Bowser throws for Zhilkan to have a chance to come back, right?
Yeah, and of course we've had bits meltdowns galore in this tournament. And BLJs are always a point of contention, but I don't think, I think Finnee's feeling comfortable right now, and barring any extreme circumstances, and I do hate to say it, but this is kind of looking like a race one for Finnii, and Zhilkan, like, he hasn't gone for anything too crazy. He's also kind of feeling that. He's playing with the potential that Finnii might melt down, but he knows it's unlikely, and he kind of wants to take this point to mentally reset and prepare for race 2.
There we go, getting through that second door. Finnii now gonna show us some sweet BLJs, I hope. There we go, BLJ number 1. Is it gonna be first attempt? Nope. Not enough speed. Has to try again. Oh, that should get through. There we go. While Zhilkan is collecting that sweet star, and will all now be able, Key, we will be able to do similarly as Finnii. But yeah, as we said, it's not looking good for Zhilkan at this point. Finnii getting through though.
Yeah, just barely enough speed to get through that invisible wall at the top of the staircase. And he's gonna be into bits. His early movement looks to be good. Nice triple jump onto the spinning platform is gonna land. As Zhilkan begins his 50-star door BLJs, it is gonna be faster than Finnii's, but Finnii's still a significant amount ahead, over halfway through the stage at this point. Moving right side. Nice.
There we go. We are... Oh. Almost into the pipe. I was about to commentate the recurse, Finnii, but... yeah, it didn't happen. 3 throws away from getting that first points.
And Zhilkan, an unfortunate bonk on that triple jump dive onto the spinning platform at the beginning of the stage. And that's kind of going to seal the deal at this point. Finnii with his first throw in the final fight of the game. And that's 2.
And 3 for Finnii, who is now very, very happy to get this first round. Finnii, first point for this amazing runner. Zhilkan, fortunately, was not fast enough, but you never know because this is not over. Best of 3. Zhilkan still has a chance to defeat Finnii in the next rounds and come back into the race. 16:24.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid race time. Of course, it's not a 15 or anything like that, but it is still very respectable here. It's not indicative of any huge meltdowns or anything like that. Let's give some support to Zhilkan in his final 3 throws here, getting ready for race 2, and play a little bit better, hopefully.
Let's see if Zhilkan is able to complete the run. Oh, missing a throw there. But you know, it doesn't matter at this point.
There it is, a mid-17 for Zhilkan. Not bad at all, especially given what's happened during his run. As mentioned in chat.
Yeah, 17 is pretty nice for the difficulties doing pitiless. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen in round 2. Finnii getting this first point. See if Zhilkan has a chance to come back. You know, this is the point in the race where you have to do a mental reset. Just forget what happened in round 1 and come back stronger, you know? And do your best. It's not over. There's still another rounds. And potentially a third one if Zhilkan manages to get that point in the next race.
Yeah, for sure, and especially in a game like Mario 64 where anything really can happen, these meltdowns are far more commonplace at a high level than you might expect, so it never really is over. Especially given both runners going for these LBLJ routes and things like that. It's going to be a strong showing here in the race 2, I believe.
1736 for our Spanish speedrunner, Super Mario 64. Let's see, we see a lot of Zhilkan fans in chat. See some Spanish flags in chat, and also some German flags. GG's. Shout out to the racers. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Urban Arts. Check them out. They do some amazing stuff. For sure. And
We love
yeah,
Urban Arts.
Yeah, we love Urban Arts. We love Jason. Always hanging out in chat, watching all these cool races happening. Yeah, I'm also very excited for some secret plans that are gonna happen very, very soon on this channel. Cannot reveal that much yet, but there's some huge things coming.
Massive things coming.
Zhilkan having a little laugh there. Finnii, I think, taking a little break, maybe? Not sure.
Never a bad idea here in these races, just to take a moment, get hydrated. And yeah, chat, go grab a snack, grab a water bottle. You know, hydration is important for us in the booth, but you at home as well.
Alright, can't wait to see round 2. Zhilkan versus Finnii. Finnii versus Zhilkan. Seed 1 versus Seed 2. Our Spanish speedrunner versus our German, I believe. You know, it would be pretty sad if Finnii were from Austria, you know? But yeah, I hope I'm not wrong on that one. So we will see.
He's from Germany. We've seen it in chat.
Let's go. Alright, good luck, have fun. This is about to start. Next countdown. See countdown in Discord, and the race is starting. Let's wait for the delay. And let's see if Zhilkan will be able to come back and bless us with a third race, potentially.
Yeah, the pressure is on Zhilkan at the moment, of course. He's going to be looking for a strong performance here in race 2 to keep his winner's bracket run alive.
See the dark screen, Super Mario 64 now being displayed on the screens. Selecting the files, and our princess appears for the first time.
He has baked a cake for us, and we will be receiving that cake in 20 minutes or less. Well, I would certainly hope less than 20 minutes at this level.
Amazing cake, by the way. Very, very sweet. Beautiful. Cloud flying around. Mario's gonna appear on screen very soon. The pipe appears. The race is starting. Zhilkan 0, Finnii 1. Is Zhilkan gonna be able to get that next point? Come back into the race? Or is Finnii gonna take the second point and win the match? See.
Clean lack 2 skips from both players here, entering into the lobby backwards long jump pillar. Zhilkan first, and then Finnii matching. Zhilkan having a little bit of trouble lining it up here and getting that Z press in for the long jump. It can be a pretty small space to do it in, and that's going to give Finnii a bit of an equalizer here, and they're pretty much synced going right into this Dark World here.
Both in Dark Worlds, pretty much neck and neck, synced, getting those coins. Let's see what cycles they're going to attempt.
Finnii's box rollout is going to save him a little bit of time over Zhilkan once again.
Oh! First bonk on Finnii's side again. Same spot. Taking out a little bit ahead.
Yeah, some awkward cycles here. Finnii coming out on top even after getting amped. Zhilkan had some awkwardness and had to go for a Poverty Shig style ending here. And yeah, as mentioned by Jason, we do love Jason, but in addition, we do love RTA Dan. He is our restreamer for today. Occasionally when EMU, our Lord and Savior, is out, we do have other restreamers coming in and donating their bandwidth, but not only that, but also their time to stream all these races for you guys. So we love Dan here as well. Finnii's Bowser throw is very clean once again. That is absolutely incredible.
Beautiful throw. Also very sweet throw from Zhilkan. Both runners very, very close from each other, but Finnii a little bit ahead. Also now getting that little time advantage due to the version differences. That shouldn't be that much. I think that first key. Pretty sweet. See Zhilkan very, very concentrated on the lower left. Alright, are we gonna see clean cannonless from both sides? The last round we saw some minor chokes. Texture setup for Finnii again. Falling down.
Same mistake yet again, and Zhilkan going for that same triple jump owlless start. Everything looks good on his side, and this is going to be very similar to last race in terms of the mistakes made and the lead had outside or out of Whomp's Fortress.
Clean owlless from Zhilkan. Has to go now for cannonless. I think Zhilkan also had a mistake last race doing cannonless. See if that's gonna happen again. Nope. Getting it. Finnii as well. But Zhilkan is now ahead. So let's see if he can keep up the momentum. Let's get that points that he needs that much. Finnii now going for owlless. Sweet. As well. And Finnii's out. Not sure what I missed, but I thought Zhilkan was ahead, but actually it's Finnii who was leaving the level first.
Yeah, Finnii's a bit of a god gamer. It's cleaner Whomp's Fortress overall, despite the cannonless mishap. You do love to see it at this point. And now we're going to be moving into Pillarless. Let's see if we get a repeat of last match. Hopefully not, at least on the side of Zhilkan fans. Finnii's first Pillarless is good, and Zhilkan's setup is also good. The Tomo pluses are coming out from both players, and Zhilkan is into the pyramid.
Showing now that he's able to perform this trick clean. Getting it first try, not being that far behind from Finnii. See what's gonna happen with the Fly Guy here. Did we see a Fly Guy less in this tournament so far?
In the tournament, yes, but it's not a very high success rate thing. It's more of just a silly goose trick that some gamers pull out at certain times, but it's certainly not something that we see if someone's... it's a very tight race or things like that. It's generally not worth it.
Both going for the Fly Guy. Being now for the Pyramids and Zhilkan as well. Getting that 7th star. Zhilkan's still a little bit behind, but it is not over. Even though you're competing against Lightspeed, Finnii still can do some mistakes here and there. And then there will be the chance.
Alright, Finnii hopping into the volcano here. A lava boost repeat. This is the more dangerous of the two volcano stars you can go for in Lethal Lava Land, and his double jump doesn't quite get out from the pole list, but he is able to single jump and get a wall kick back onto the pole. That was incredibly stressful, but he was able to save it. That's very nice to see.
And defeating that bully. Being now back into LLL. Nice triple jump here. Oh, it's also gonna work for a second. Very nice. Not that many mistakes from neither runner, I have to say.
Yeah, the lethal lava lands are clean. Let's see how Finnee's Bully Star goes. Of course, Zhilkan's already snagged this one. Finnii did have some issues last time, and he's gonna stick with the ground pound strat. Doesn't get the insta-kill, but one quick kick to knock the bully off his platform, and he's gonna be ahead coming out of Lethal Lava Land. Unless, of course, something weird happens in Reds, but I doubt it.
Very, very nice. Finnii now going for star number 11. Zhilkan not that far behind. Just waiting at this point for Finnii to do some mistake. But it seems like this man is just that good. No mistakes whatsoever. You know, that's the difference between a runner that has a 14xx and just the rest of us, you know? I guess. Getting the box now, first try.
Zhilkan now going to be attempting his box jump. Weird ledge stutter there, but doesn't affect his execution of the trick at all.
Going back into the stage. Nothing special here. Taking out, talking to Toad. And Finnii doing similarly. The difference being that Finnii is 1 star ahead. Yeah, there we go.
For this left side emergency exit again. Very confident with that variation.
How hard is it to get that trick?
Some people think it's easier than the right side just because the right side can have a couple awkward angles you have to hold on the controller, but I don't know. I don't like it very much. The slope is pretty sketchy.
Right.
And the camera movements are harder for sure.
Alright, Mibs is gonna spawn for Finnii now. See what a Mibs clip Finnii's gonna bring us.
Punch grab is good again. 2 for 2 on the side of Finnii with these Mibs grabs. Zhilkan a lot closer behind than last race though. He's still very much in this. More classic dive grab, gonna get him a little closer to the door. And Finnii actually messing up Mibs clip twice now, and this is gonna equalize the race a little bit. Zhilkan, if he hits this clip, he's gonna be in the lead. And there it is.
Oh my god. There it is, Zhilkan finally ahead. This was the mistake I was speaking about. Finnii doing a minor mistake, and Zhilkan now has the chance to keep up the pace and potentially be ahead of Finnii. Obviously, at the end, it's going to come down to BLJs pretty much. But if no more mistakes happen from neither runner, this is going to be a very close race.
No chip clip on the left or right side of your screen here. We'll see what the front sub looks like, though.
That submarine waiting on the other side of the wall.
Alright, Zhilkan setting up for the right side here, and Finnii on the front sub. This could be kind of the difference that Finnii needs to tie this race up a little bit more. If he gets it first try, and he does not get it first try, now Zhilkan's safer strategy is paying off. With an even larger lead going into Bowser in the Fire Sea. That is absolutely wild.
Big gamble here from Zhilkan, who went for the slower but more consistent strategy and finally paid off. Finnii doing that second mistake, and now Zhilkan has a significant lead here. It's not that much, but it's obviously higher than previously. Finnii now jumping into lava, doing more mistakes and getting a mental and also a death. Huge stuff happening for Zhilkan in this race.
Yeah, Finnii, those first two lava burns, of course, it kills the early cycle and maybe even the normal cycle beyond that, but just long jumping a bit too early is gonna cost him a death at that point before he could completely correct his angle towards the platform. And even if he did get the pole glitch this time for the early cycles, Zhilkan is already in the fight. This is gonna be a major time save over Finnii from the side of Zhilkan.
Zhilkan, the underdog, being ahead in this race against Finnii. 35 seconds between those two PBs. Obviously, Finnii, stronger runner according to PBs, but races are much different. And we will see if Zhilkan will be able to defeat Finnii in this race and get that point to keep into the match.
Yeah, so at this point we got BLJs coming up. Bits meltdown is of course always in the cards, and a couple missed throws in combination with some smaller mistakes could create a bit of an equalizer for Finnii, but this is still a really significant time deficit to recoup.
There we go. BLJs now for Zhilkan. You have to land it. You cannot do more mistakes. Oh, is that gonna be enough? I don't think so. Have to set up the camera again. And Finnii now catching up. And pretty much catched up at this point. Second mistake by Zhilkan. The match is even again. If Finnii lands that BLJ earlier, we'll regain the lead now.
Both racers stuck on BLJs at this point. Finnii!
And Finnii's through.
Zhilkan is not. Finnii's gonna be starting his Infinite Staircase BLJ as Zhilkan has not even hit his 50-star door BLJ and not fast enough. And Finnii's already in instant BLJs on the Infinite Staircase, and BLJs is gonna kill Zhilkan right now. He finally gets up there, gets enough speed, clips through the door frame. Finnii taking an amp.
You know, sometimes those first stairs can also feel like an infinite staircase. As at some days, you know. But finally, Zhilkan getting through and reaching the actual infinite staircase. And now this BLJ is way cleaner, but obviously at this point, Finnii is ahead. Unfortunately, this is looking very good for Finnii now, who will be able to get a chance to 2-0 his opponent. But you never know, maybe we're gonna see a missed Bowser throw. And then Zhilkan will have a chance to come back. I have to say though, it's looking dark for our Spanish speedrunner today.
Yeah, Finnii in the Bowser fight at this point, he's going to be looking for more clean throws here to continue his 2-0 winners bracket run, but there's one missed throw. Of course, it's difficult to catch up for Zhilkan here, but maybe one or two more missed from Finnii. But no, there's one. That's two.
A second one. Are we gonna see the third and final throw from Finnii? There it is, Finnii with the third throw, and also gonna collect that final star. 2-0. Finnii defeating Zhilkan in this race, which was very close. But at the end, it goes for Finnii. 16-24.
GG's in the chat indeed for Finnii. This is his now third 2-0 in the bracket phase of this tournament here. His playoffs have been perfect, not dropped a single race. Absolutely insane.
Huge smile from Finnii there. We see the happiness in his face. Well-deserved victory. There were some minor mistakes here and there, but at the end it was enough to defeat Zhilkan, who unfortunately will lose this match. But yeah, obviously both runners played very well. Congrats. What a lovely smile from Finnii there. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. Channel points will be awarded to all of you Finnii believers. Congratulations to you.
Alright, Dry. Co-commentator is gonna admit that he is not that aware of the bracket. So maybe if he would be that kind to remind us what this result is gonna mean in regards of the tournament.
Yeah, so looking here at this point, Finnii has moved on out of the semifinals, and he is going to be officially in the grand finals of this emulator and virtual console division of the 16-star Open tournament. And right after this, at 5:30 on the schedule, we'll see if we want to do a race 3 here in a moment. But we're gonna have at 5:30 Kudo versus Sunnerd in the losers bracket, and then that will determine who faces Zhilkan in the final round of the losers bracket. And of course, it is in chat. Thank you very much, Jason. But yeah, Finnii is now officially in the grand finals of the Cool Cat Gang 16-star Open. And yeah, it does not look like we're gonna get a race 3.
Huge shout out to both runners. This was this had a scuffed start at the beginning with round 0, if I can call it that. But yeah, very kind of both runners agreeing on that rematch.
We will be getting an interview with both runners as well.
Hello, welcome runners.
Yo.
Hello.
Congratulations to Finnii for that victory. Any statements on the run? What are you feeling right now?
Dude, honestly, I feel great. Like, I did not expect myself to get to like 16 2Xs, and I'm like, okay. I have to say, before the past hour before the race started, I was like playing way too much and I was playing way too bad. I didn't feel like I was gonna be able to pull that off in that race, and I'm like, I'm kind of happy it's over, dude.
Yeah, definitely we saw some great things from both runners. In the second race, for instance, Zhilkan for a while was ahead, but unfortunately then there were some minor mistakes during BLJs, right?
Well, I wouldn't call them minor. I spent like 1 minute trying to get the first BLJ. Was kinda sad because I've been getting BLJs like very fast, frequently. But you know, it happens.
That
Yeah,
is
stuff
a
like that
Mario
happens.
64 thing, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt at all. Also, having a little rough time during that Perilous in race 1, right?
Yeah, I just have meltdowns in pillarless in races. It's just now my thing. To die like 2 or 3 times. I don't know, I'm so bad at that trick.
I have to say though, in race 2, going for the safer submarine was a very good decision, because Finnii did a minor mistake there, and yeah, that gave you the lead for a while. But unfortunately, it was not enough, and at the end, Finnii is gonna get a 2-0 victory. Congrats!
Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much.
Hey, congrats, Finnii.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
so, I gotta ask, how is this gonna continue now? Like, for like because of the brackets and stuff. Like, I don't know how it works. I'm not sure.
yeah, so now you are officially a grand finalist in this tournament here, and you'll be going up against either Zhilkan, Kudo, or Sunnerd, depending on who comes out on top on the losers bracket. So we'll figure out who is fighting Zhilkan in a couple hours here after the match in 5:30, and then the winner between Zhilkan and the losers round 3 winner will battle you for the grand final title.
Okay, that makes sense. Zhilkan,
Yeah.
I expect to see you there.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, Zhilkan, fight your way back up. I want the rematch.
We want that rematch happen, please.
I wanted to,
Yeah.
man.
Finnii, I was looking at the bracket throughout the race, of course, and now this is your third 2-0. You've got a full 2-0 stomp throughout the playoffs here. Your winner's run has been absolutely phenomenal, not dropping a single race. Do you have any comments on that?
Okay, first of all, I'm pretty sure I lost one race, but Like I did not expect myself to go through the tournament like that. Like I was pretty scared of like a few runners, especially like Zhilkan and Radex and Zeus, but I haven't like get the chance to race Zeus, so yeah.
I had basically the same fear.
En la siguiente le destrozas el Z100
Okay,
Sorry for
we
that.
hear a little bit of Spanish
Yeah.
from the side of
Sorry
of
for that.
Zhilkan. No
You're
problem
good.
at all. You guys blessed us with an amazing race. We are very grateful of that. But I think this is not the end, right, Dry? We're gonna have another match very, very soon happening.
Yeah, 5:30 is scheduled. Kudo versus Sunner. The losers of round 3 and the winner of that match will go on to face Zhilkan for both the bronze match and, of course, the spot against Finnii in the finals of this tournament here. So we're gonna sign off for a little bit here, take a quick half-hour break, and we'll be back with more 16-star action very shortly. Of course, I've been Dry Blocksman. Thank you very much to both our runners. Congratulations, and Ready Band for hopping in to the commentators booth with me. Anything else you gotta say?
Not at all. It has been a pleasure, as always, commentating this insane races on CCG. Shout out to our racers, shout out to our restreamer, shout out to Urban Arts, who sponsors all these great events. And yeah, see you very soon, guys.